Some may say, what's the point? No matter what happens, Bayern Munich will win this group. No matter what happens, Bayern Munich and Tottenham will go through first and second. So what's the point? There is every point in this game, because what this match is about is proving to yourself. That's what it's about. Bayern Munich are struggling right now. Bayern Munich, they've lost their invincibility, and they're now finding themselves in a flipping Bundesliga title dog race. So this game represents a chance for Hansi Flick's team to maybe rediscover themselves and say, wait a minute, we are Bayern Munich. We are still a great club. We are still a great team. And for us to maybe find our mojo, let's go out here and totally destroy a top opponent in a Tottenham. And if we can do that, we can take that win and take it back to the Bundesliga and start building a 5, 6, 7, 8 game winning run. But in order to do that, we need a win like this and a big win like this against a team like Tottenham, who, say what you want, they're Champions League flipping finalists. And for Tottenham, it is for Mourinho to know what can this team do this season? What can this team do this season? And what's better way to test the quality and the character, mental strength of this team than doing it in this game against a Bayern Munich away at the crib? So when you just take all those things into account, I do believe that, for Mourinho and for this Tottenham side, this is an important game, because remember, Bayern Munich will want to win this game. Bayern Munich will want a reaction after their loss to Borussia Mönchengladbach, because there are many questions not only around the manager, but specifically with the players. Are they that's good? Do they have the desire? So Mourinho told them that you're going to be facing a Bayern Munich side that will be desperate for that. They'll be desperate for that to win, and will be coming out for that win. So before we go into detail with the analysis, let's now go and look at how both teams are most likely to set up in this game. All right, so let's look at how Bayern should roll, man. They need a response. They need a flipping response. So Sula is injured. Just heard that Boateng is injured. So I think what Hansi Flick is going to have to do is have Alaba and Pava both play as centre backs, and he has Kimmich and Davies both in there. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Alaba and Pava form that defensive partnership, so that they don't really get too exposed. And Neuer will play a very huge role in just, coaching them to really mark their men, man-to-man zonal and all that stuff. So with regards to Davies and Kimmich, I think Bayern looking for the win in this game. I think, they need Davies and Kimmich to really play high up and really force the issue. Because I think Kimmich, one of the most versatile players in the world, we know that he can come in here, he can go in there, and we know that he is a very good attacker. So I think what Hansi Flick will want from Davies, but specifically from Kimmich, is attack, and don't be afraid to even come and join in with Lewandowski in there, or really make a run into the box with Gnabry providing that for you. So in the midfield, I'm going with Javi Martinez, Thiago, Coutinho. I know Goretzka is good and decent. I prefer Coutinho's attacking instincts. Muller shouldn't be sniffing this pitch. So I think in having Martinez, you have the defensive security which will be needed to kind of stop the movement of a Dele Alli or a Son into that box. And I think in Thiago Alcantara, just have somebody to control the midfield. And I think he will be the best midfielder on that pitch, technically speaking. So what Bayern wants is, let's get some good quality transitional cheddar from your boy Tinho. So if Tinho can drive forward with the ball and supply Lewandowski, supply Koeman, supply Gnabry, that's what will be key. Thomas Muller doesn't have the ball distribution skills that Coutinho has. So please, Hansi Flick, don't be a German merchant. You don't have to play Thomas Muller because Thomas Muller is German, or because Thomas Muller is trying to coax you in or try to flipping extort you. Give Coutinho this chance, because I think Coutinho just needs games in order for him to really blend into this flipping team. I think with your boy Koeman out there and your boy Gnabry out there, I think Bayern can really do some good damage, because the thing for Lewandowski is give him distribution. Give him distribution. So what you want from Koeman is, even if you're wide in here, Lewandowski is a very, very smart player. So he's not always going to be hanging over into the box. Sometimes he may go there, then at the very last moment look back. So Koeman and Gnabry must always look for the cutback. But what I want to see even much more specifically is, especially if Bayern are really playing really high up, Coutinho, play close to Lewandowski. The closer you get to Lewandowski, the better. I always say that's where Lewandowski was at his best, was at Dortmund. Why was he so good? Mario Götze, Flipping Macaroons, they were always very close to, because Lewandowski likes to play off of players. Lewandowski is a very, very proficient player on the ball. So get close to him and ride through from there. So where Tottenham are concerned, so of course you've got the back four here, Alderweireld, Aurier, Sanchez and everything. So again, Vertonghen is decent, but he doesn't really have the kind of athleticism that an Aurier has. And I think for Aurier, if his crossing can just be much more consistent, can be a great right back and can be very dangerous in this game. Sanchez and Alderweireld, they will have a very, very tough task in keeping Lewandowski quiet and the onrushing Bayern Munich players, especially when they want to attack. So for Sissoko and Dyer, they don't have the technical proficiency or quality that a Thiago Alcantara will have. So Thiago Alcantara will try and make them chase shadows. But I think what Sissoko and Dyer will want is make it as difficult for Thiago as possible. So whenever he has the ball, press him, harass him without giving fouls, but make it as difficult as possible for him to get any passes beyond you as hard as they can. And I just think, in these three, this is where Tottenham can really, really get that ass. This is where they can really get that ass. Because the positions that Ali takes up will be very important. And I think in Ali, Lucas and Son, they are, especially for Lucas and Son. I think for Ali, he's much more technical. But I think in Lucas and Son, you've got extremely athletic players. So Tottenham on the counter could be very dangerous. And what I think Mourinho should be thinking of doing is, let's say Tottenham are on the counter. For Kane, hang back, hold on to the ball here. And Kane is very good at linking play and distributing the ball. What I think Mourinho should encourage is allow Son and Lucas to get into the box. Allow them to have those diagonal balls in the box. Don't just restrict them moving out wide, because Lucas and Son are faster and quicker than Kane, because Kane ain't going to get to a flipping through ball, but Kane is very good at holding up the ball, turning and playing a smart pass to Son or Lucas. You don't want to give them the ball out wide. You want to give them the ball into the box, make them run into that diagonal into the box and say what's up. I think the positions that Ali picks up, that's why I want to see Coutinho play, because Ali and Coutinho will play in similar positions. If he picks up really good positions, it could make Tottenham very, very dangerous and very, very key in this game. So let's just start first with the home side, of course. For me, look, Thomas Muller. He was once a very, very important player. A very, very important player. And a guy who I thought would end up breaking the goal scoring record for Germany. He's on the decline. And he's not that same player that he once was. And I think for Hansi Flick, if it is a case of you have to just choose between Coutinho and Thomas Muller, you must take your German bias out of this. You have to take the German bias out of this. Because as much as I insult Coutinho and so forth, in 2019 going into 2020, it's Coutinho over Muller almost all day, early of the flipping week. And I just think that Coutinho can give you way more than a Muller can give you. So I just think that, for me, in my opinion, personally speaking, I think you've got to ride with a Coutinho. You have to ride with a flipping Coutinho in this game. I think it works better having a Coutinho in this game. But I just think for Thomas Muller specifically, he may be, just in the games I've seen of him, of Thomas Muller, he's just not having the same kind of desired effect that he once was 4, 5, 6 years ago. And I think you just have to realize that maybe he's no longer relevant, that he can no longer give you what he could give you back in 2013 or back in 2014 for Germany and so forth. And you just have to move on from there. You can't sleep on your boy Lewandowski. Lewandowski is going to be hugely, 100%, absolutely vital in this game. I think, for what Lewandowski can do and how he can finish, it's huge. So, but the key thing for Lewandowski in this game and so forth, but with regards to Bayern Munich, you have to give him service. There's only so much a man can do by himself. So I think if the service around Lewandowski is key and you can give Lewandowski the ball in dangerous areas, he can finish. But Lewandowski has also said to himself, especially after that whole Bayer Leverkusen game, when those chances now fall to you, you've got to put them away. You have to put them away. And I think Lewandowski will not banish the demons of that Leverkusen game by putting away those chances that he'll be given. So for Lewandowski, trust me, no. You put Lewandowski in a dangerous place, homeboy gon' G up. So Tottenham, Son, man. Woo! That boy good. I don't give a damn about any Asian players keep bringing up. He is the greatest Asian football player of all time. Those are just facts. Okay, those are facts. Bro, especially in a game where the creepy six is going to be huge. It's going to be huge because he will have opportunities to really find space over on the left. And I believe he'll be up against a Joshua Kimmich. So I think Joshua Kimmich will be the right back because I think Alphonso Davies is the left back. So if Son can just get himself in good positions and they can give him the ball in good positions in space, Son can deliver some danger to that Bayern Munich side. So I'm just really looking forward to see what Son can do in this game, specifically going off that superb, amazing goal that he scored, flipping inducted the whole Burnley team. If he can build on, because I think Son could really be a very important player for Uncle Mo, and I think Uncle Mo is recognizing the kind of player that your boy Heung-min Son is, or Son, let's keep it real, is Tottenham's best attacking player. Arguably Tottenham's best player. Kane is a striker, but for me, Son is that dude, and I think he's going to be very critical and important in this game, because if Bayern Munich do not have an answer for Son, and if they allow Son to ride through and dilly-dally, bro, I think within Son he can form the foundation for Tottenham winning this flipping game. Oh, Carlos Sanchez, I do feel that Bayern Munich are going to come into attack. This is their crib, this is their home ground. So for a Carlos Sanchez, who I think, taking everything into account, I think is Tottenham's best defender, because I feel Alderweireld and Vertonghen are sort of on the decline and not playing as good as they once was. But in Carlos Sanchez, I see a really good, solid defender. I could argue that this guy's probably like an upper tier 3 defender right now. So I just think that if Carlos Sanchez can just keep it firm, not make any mistakes, and can watch the movements of Lewandowski, specifically with crosses coming in through or through balls through the center, I think it's going to be very important. Because if Carlos Sanchez makes mistakes, allows Lewandowski to get into those dangerous areas, I think it could be lights out. I think it could be lights out for Tottenham. So if Tottenham are not defensively strong, it ain't going to look too pretty for them, man. So I'm looking forward to this game. I'm really looking forward to this game because how are Bayern going to respond to those 2 L's they've taken in the Bundesliga, to Leverkusen and to Mönchengladbach? Do this team? What are they going to stand up? Are they going to stand up, chest and say, "No, we are Bayern, we are still about something"? What are they going to do? Are you going to lay down like chumps, or are you going to rise to the flipping challenge? But with regards to Tottenham, how good are these guys this season? What can they do? Because if they can beat Bayern Munich at their crib, that will be a huge scalp, and that will be a huge statement coming into the knockout stage. So I think for Uncle Mo and for Tottenham, this is an important game in getting to know what level these players are at. Of course, Bayern are not on the level of a Liverpool, a Juventus, but still, they still have much more battle-tested experience than Tottenham have. So I think Bayern will take this. I think it'll be a close game, but I think Bayern will take this. So I'm going to say 3-1 Bayern. I think Bayern will respond. Bayern come through, and I think Bayern take this one 3-1. Remember to like the vid. Remember to subscribe if you're new, and also remember as well to visit the official website halfhopefootballhot.com and check all the links in the description box below. Stay out, stay true, stay black. It's your boy HH. Yeah, it's me. Become a Patreon. Support your boy HH, man, and gain access to extra flipping content, more analysis, more tactical snacks, more exclusive videos, movies, football stuff, flipping anime stuff, anything that comes to my mind, as well as my blog. Click in the description box below, click the link on the Patreon page, and become a Patreon right now. Stay real.